Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. We've got a beautiful day here at Woburn and we've got a familiar face on the channel, Geoff Swain. Great to see you, Geoff. We made a fantastic video a few weeks ago. Hopefully you've enjoyed that and taken some bits of your own game into it, where you were hitting shots with one hand and all sorts of things and moving into it. It's amazing the skill you've got to be able to play the trick shots that you have is amazing. But what we're going to see today is, can you hit this simple little 10, 12 yard chip shot? Okay, which I believe is a bit of a challenge. I know he's not particularly looking forward to this, but we said we'd do it.
These aren't Spanish hands. These are not. There's nothing beautiful about what is going to come. Yeah. Then I can assure you.
So tell me a bit about your golf first.
So I've always been a good driver of the ball. Long game's always been pretty good. But you know, 30 yards and in, you know, those. I think a lot of us suffer with that, don't we? It's not a full shot into the green. 50, 60 yards out, perhaps it's not too bad, but 30 yards in for me has always been a bit of a struggle. I've been quite a handsy player, old school, quite handsy player, so therefore, you know, if it struggles, I struggle a bit with it. And certainly now with the shows, because an awful lot of the stuff with the shows is it's out, everything's out this way, it's not in.
You got the one where it's out in front of you here.
Yeah, and then the tall tees, and then throwing the ball up. Throwing the ball up is not an in thing, throwing the ball up is an out thing there, and you're stretching for it, so everything's coming out. Where, look, I know about the game, and it needs to be, and I struggle with it, really struggle with it, and sometimes it's that bad. I mean, it's embarrassing sometimes. And you'll probably see this very shortly. But I've really tried to sort of work on, in fact, actually one-handed. Yeah. You know, I find that I'm a lot better chipper one-handed, because everything's sort of, you'll tell me, you know, as you said earlier on, a little bit more connected here, rather than this here seems to be, the right hand here seems to be just awful.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
what's helping you in that? You're a good long game player, by the way. I mean, Geoff's a PGA professional and you know, formerly, and you know, scratch player, great golfer, and a great long game. He's some amazing drives today, and obviously incredibly talented hitting the trick shots with a lot of right-handed now. Yeah. And then that might obviously hurt the short game a bit. And that's why I try to tell everyone all the time, you've got to separate short game and long game. Totally opposite games. So we've got to see what you've got anyway. Right, so what loft have you got there?
I've got 54 here.
54, so that's quite a nice loft to that pin there, okay. So let's do it with both hands on to start with, okay? Let's see what we've got.
I mean, I would sort of set up and just get club face at the target, obviously. But then, and what I've been working is trying to keep everything here, but what's happened beforehand is that I'm doing this bit. That's just terrible, I can't.
And what sort of bad shots would you tend to get? Is it just contact mainly? Like
contact,
heavy shots,
thins, fats. I mean, it's embarrassing. You know, at times you're sort of so close to it, and you want to be looking to sort of. I tried to sort of stand up a little bit to it. You know, I've taken note on a couple of little bits and pieces, but it's. I mean, that's pretty good for me, to be fair.
Good contact,
But I'm really working on trying to keep everything sort of in here, whereas it is.
Does it come off a bit hot if you do strike it okay?
Yeah,
I mean, that was okay, but it's sort of bolted on you a bit there, isn't it?
Yeah, it does. But I'm now really conscious of trying to keep everything in here.
Okay, good. A couple more.
But I do feel very much like it's that sort of
way,
yeah. Which is pretty much.
That'll be the one. That's the
that'll be the one. That'll be the one.
Yeah.
And that's good. I mean that's finished up.
Yeah, it can get worse than that.
It can. It really can.
And there's a heavy one.
Yeah.
Got away with it. But
yeah, but I mean.
Yeah. No control on the ball at all, is there?
Nothing at
all. One more for me.
You see, it's like...
Yeah, it's gone there, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I mean, you do look better from what we talked about, just trying to keep the arm in a bit more. It looks a bit better. But you stand this side, and we go through a few things there for you. So, what's happening is not really much in the way of connection between your upper arms and your core, you know, your chest there. They're not really working together. There's very little rotation in the action. It's very handsy, and your hands don't really travel very far. They only kind of go there to there. Yeah. So you're relying on a lot of time in there, and I think that's why you're quite short, and then that right hand sort of takes over there. So really, I would say the key for you into getting to your short game is a bit more flow, a lot more of a sort of longer backswing, a better length of backswing. So you can then start to move and you can start to release the club and get the bounce working correctly. But at the moment, it's all kind of in here. And by the way, you're way too open with the lower body, which I don't think helps the movement we're trying to achieve for you, which is more of a sort of a more depth and more rotation in the backswing. When you stand as open as you do, it kind of blocks you off.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So you look a bit like this, and it kind of sets, and your hands work this way as well. Your left wrist sort of arches down, which again, that takes all the bounce off the club. And when you do that, you see, when you close the face like that, it takes loft off, but it also takes the bounce off. And that's where your thin shots and your heavy shots will come from. So you look a little bit like this. I won't exaggerate too much, but you're not too far from this. It kind of goes there and there. You see, it's a bit of a prod forward, okay? There you go, works all right actually. But, but it's in here, and it's not far away from a bad shot. That's the problem, okay? So I think the first thing for you, let's get you square on.
Yeah.
So let's get the heels there nice and close, about one ball apart.
Yeah.
One club head between the middle of the feet, but then two between the toes, so you're flaring the foot, but you've actually got to feel like your right foot is actually withdrawn a bit.
Yeah.
A bit like what we talked about in the video earlier, where we were talking about how you can, aim to the right to shape more of a draw shot. I think for you, you've got to feel more of that draw feel in your chipping.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're actually going to get a little bit more this way with the rotation. So dropping the foot back will help you. And then softening up a bit. You're a little bit tense there, aren't you? I think softening
because
up.
I'm so close to that real thin, the fat. It's a nervy for me. It's a nervy shot.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. And the reason you're a bit nervous is you're not really totally trusting how this club head's going to work through the turf. That's basically where the nerves come from. Because at the moment you have to be pretty perfect. But even if you are, it can come off hot like that.
Yeah.
Whereas really, short game is about not being perfect. You want a nice margin for error where you can hit the ground before and it's still okay.
Yeah.
But by you kind of going hands in here,
Yeah.
taking all loft and bounce off, you've just got no margin for error. So what that means is you're going to start getting a bit nervous about what's going to happen down there, and then you get to miss it. So we're going to try and just get it all a bit friendly for you. We're going to square you off here so it feels like a little bit shut. Get everything moving more this way, and then you'll be able to start flowing more.
Yeah.
Start trusting the club a little bit more through the turf. I think the best thing to start with is just have no club at all.
Yeah.
Just drop the club. Put your thumbs together like this and get your hands back pretty much as far as they go, as if you're sort of pushing a ball under the pool there, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, and then from there, get your elbows nicely in.
Yeah.
And then from there, just really keep the elbows connected and just make a movement back and a movement through. And don't think too much about it, just keep moving like that. So the key you're trying to focus on here is really getting the arms in here a bit more, like up here more. That's better, there you go. Now from there, mate, work it back, there you go. So you want to feel like your hands are working a little bit more in, and see how the hips move back?
Yeah, move back,
your right hip wouldn't normally move
No, it
like
wouldn't,
that.
no.
Yeah. And then from there, it's more this way.
Okay.
Can you feel it's a little bit more on the arc?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Now the club head is still going to be outside of your hands. But at the moment, you see, your hands sort of go like this and the club head works in here.
Yeah.
So you want to feel like your hands are a bit more in, the club's going to be a bit more out, but basically you're moving much more in this manner.
Yeah.
And that just would be a great exercise for you to do just at home or anywhere.
Yeah,
you know, just
exactly.
To get the feeling of it.
I can feel that moving back.
Yeah, good.
There.
Yeah, which is, if you do that for a second, if you really shut that right side off by getting it forward, very hard now to move.
And we say that in, when we're doing the long stuff as well, when somebody who's a little bit, perhaps a bit more, in their years and they want to hit the ball a bit further, I'd say exactly the same to them is literally just, feel how you're restricted by moving here, and then just sort of flare your right foot out a little bit.
And drop it back, and suddenly you've got some
that's
ability.
so much freer.
Yeah.
And then obviously, the swings further, and then you get more clever speed on it. Yeah,
I think we've got to do that in your short game, and I think one of the reasons it's all got kind of like in here is you're a bit nervy.
Yeah.
So we've just got to get you moving.
100%, it is.
Right, let's try that. Okay. So you set up to it. So feel like you're going to drop that foot back, right foot back.
So I'm going to drop that.
Yeah, that's it. There we go. That's better. Good. And ball position I like. You got that kind of just forward of centre. I think that's a good position for you to have it. Okay. Arms in there, right. So you just grip that. Imagine you're playing the first hole of a match, or whatever. You've got a little chip on the first hole. So give me your normal grip pressure. All right. Try and imagine.
I'll probably be here like that, actually.
So I'm going to give you a number out of 10. 0 isn't holding it. 10's as tight as it humanly gets.
Yeah, okay.
Right? You are you're a 7.5, 8.
Okay.
Okay, and you want to be a 4.
Right, okay.
So let me take you to a 4. Okay, that's about a 5.
Really?
Yeah, a bit lighter. There we go. And that's really where I want to
Really?
do. Now, you can see how the club is almost swinging itself now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I mean by release. Release is how the club swings. And if you grip it as tight as you were, you're always going to have to force it. You're either going to have to make it work, or you're just going to force it this way. So just by getting relaxed here and letting the weight of the club swing a bit more, I think if we just got your grip pressure right and we just got your standing correctly, I think things will get a lot better. So just hit some from that position there, okay? It might feel a bit odd, but that's great. Nice and relaxed, okay? The stance is better. Just feel that hip move behind, okay? We still lagged a bit there, but it came off softer. Oh, you've rolled it, Geoff, first. Oh, there we are. How did the grip pressure feel there?
Just feels really weird, doesn't it? Because you don't feel you've got a lot of control over it, but you have, because again, you take it back to your long game stuff. And I always teach, look, you know, for those guys that haven't played an awful lot, there's one thing I want to tell you, is grip pressure. It's going to hurt you today if you grab hold of it too tightly, tense and all that stuff. And I just don't even think about it in my short game either.
Exactly. But yeah, you give up the control with the grip, but you gain it with a spin, which you saw there. Right, so let's just this time, just have a little bit more, just stop at the top of the swing. So just take it away. So then we want a bit more of that.
There.
You feel that?
Yeah, I can.
So your hands start to travel a bit further.
Yeah.
And when they travel a bit further this way, the butt of the grip has now got time to let the club swing. But because you're kind of all wrapped in like this.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah,
you've got to use your hands from there. Yeah, so you really want to feel like you're overhitting to begin with, like really open up. Let's hit one together. I'm going to really move this right side for you. Okay, off we go. Right, how good does that strike?
Yeah.
Right, that was much better.
I think the worry is from beforehand for me is the reason why you're so short and jabby is because you are worried about it. The further you swing back, if you're gonna, you're gonna be going over
a vicious circle.
Yeah,
but we've got to break it now by going the other way. Okay, that was good. You moved nice there. And again. There we got some spin.
Wow. Yeah.
Good. So I think setup's been huge for you.
Yeah.
I think that
I do find myself sometimes with the short stuff. I'm here and I'm thinking, I'm going to hit the knee.
I know, you've got nowhere to go.
So
I like that. A little bit of a shut stance for you. Really relaxed. Feel like your triceps like just nicely glued on, not tightly positioned, just positionally on there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then your key thought here is going to be allow the hip to turn back and allow the hands to travel past your right hip.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think all that instinctive. Go back to instinct. We have to then allow the club to do what it wants to do.
Yeah.
But from here, you've got to make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't just let it swing. Good. That was great. I love the fact, and then you'll think, well,
now I get it.
But I mean, so you hit before the ball. It was a total miss hit, but you hit it to 3 things. And what I like more than anything there is you were like totally prepared to exaggerate that backswing because that was too long.
Was it?
But honestly, as we spoke about in the video we made, it's the key to improving in this game is having the guts to exaggerate.
Yeah, exactly.
And you did that then.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. I like exaggerating.
That's lovely. That's really good. See the spin there?
Yeah.
See the peaks going round more. That's it. Nice and soft. I'm going to video this one for you. Just hang on so you can see it yourself. Okay. Good. So have a look at this backswing length now. What's this look like to you? So you can see how far that. So the hands are now travelling right away past your right leg before they're on your right knee.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So now look, you've got time. Now there's still a hint of a lag there, but the club is starting to release. I mean, that's what I would call a release one. See the butt of grip's on the left hip there, just after impact. So it's releasing. The club is actually swinging now. We never used to swing through the ball for you, and the chest is now turning through. So the club, if we just zoom in on impact here, you see how the club is now brushing the turf.
Yeah.
So it's actually landing there.
Yeah.
And then sliding through. And that's what will rewire your brain.
Yeah.
You'll start to trust it through the turf.
Love it.
Hang on, you got a little open there again.
Have I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah.
Drop, that's it. There you go. That's good. This suits you. This is for you. Right, now right hip back. Let's get the hand some depth. And then pass the club through. Pass it through. And that lagged a little bit. See, it came off a bit quick.
Yeah.
So just stand face onto me. So you'll have done that forever probably, chip that way. But what happens is the shorter you get, the more you need to lag to try and get it there.
Yeah.
Okay, the more you got to fire it. So you've got a little bit of this there still. So it's there. See that?
Yeah, I do.
A little bit of that.
Yeah.
So you've got to feel like you are just passing this through. Look, from here. See, it passes through. Right from the top, it just passes through.
Okay.
And that's the feeling for you. And it's not, I don't want you to try and really work the club. I say, if you're light enough in the grip and you're patient enough here, the weight of the club will start to fall on its own.
Naturally, yeah.
And you just open it up, yeah?
Yeah.
So try and get a little bit more awareness of transition, change of direction. Good, great then. This would be a bit, you know, you talk about throwing the ball a lot in your shows.
Yeah.
Right, and if you were throwing a ball at the moment, you'd be throwing this down like that.
Yeah, like
right?
that. Yeah.
And I want you to feel like you're throwing the ball underarm and a little bit more into the air that way.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah?
Got it. Yeah, got it. Got it. Yeah, got it.
Much better release of the club. Good.
Yeah, it's that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm very much like that in all of my
When you're in your long game and
long game and everything.
yeah,
It's very much
but that's quite a nice moving swing. You know, it helps you compress the ball. It's a power move, isn't it? Just this time, that was the backswing slightly went back a little bit this way. Just feel like everything, like the left shoulder's really starting to swing, the right hip's moving behind, and the whole thing is opening up this way.
Okay.
Like the bigger muscles are taking it away.
Okay, got you. Yeah.
You want to feel like this is initiating, this is the ignition, not this.
Yeah.
Shoulder and hip, get some width, pass the club through. Beautiful, and that's the best you've done today. See how soft that came off?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
It's amazing when you're swinging back as far as that, it comes off so softly, right?
Yeah, well again, going back to instinct, what have you got to do? Now, if you go back as far as that, if you get quick, you're in the trees, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it makes you swing at an appropriate pace.
Oh, I feel I'm holding on to it tight.
Okay, good, you got awareness of that now, it's good. Right, wide, pass it. Good, I quite like that from the respect that you released it lovely, but I would say you slightly made it release. Do you understand the difference?
Okay, yeah.
So making it is where you make the club work,
Right.
and letting it is where it
We
just
yeah.
happens on its
Okay.
own if you're light enough, yeah?
Yeah, got it.
Great setup, relaxed. Let's get some right hip turn, let's get some depth, and then just let the club work. Beautiful. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Grip pressure is just amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, good. Again, just almost a bit too calm there, but look, it's great. You've duffed it to a foot. And just to answer your question, like why are you better one-handed? See, when you hold it just in your left arm, it wouldn't be natural to sort of just do that, would it?
No.
Okay, so when you're left hand only, the weight of the club, right, gravity here, the weight of the club is going to force you to go more here.
Yeah.
So when you practice with your left hand, I would encourage you definitely to keep practicing with one hand, your left hand only. It is encouraging better depth. So when you've had success chipping one-handed with a left arm, that's why it's been okay. And
Yeah.
you're left-handed, aren't you?
I am, and it just feels that it does feel that the club head is outside
Yeah.
the hands,
Yeah.
and it just drops back on the.
Yeah, but when that right hand comes on, you see this
Yeah.
right hand's doing too much. So I would even, for you, feel like this is maybe 4 out of 10, and this is maybe like 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like it's on for cosmetic reasons.
It's there
you know,
for the ride, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah. Good. Right, let's get some width. Right hip back. Let's get some turn in that backswing. Let's get it away. Pass it through. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I love it.
See a bit of check on that first.
I love
second
it.
bounce.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. What about hitting a longer one then? So if we were going to the next pin, would you maybe change loft there? Are you 54 or would you stick to 54?
I'll probably stick to 54 for this. To be fair.
All right. I think 50 is an option. Let's see how we get on with 54. So same shot.
Yeah.
Reason I'm talking about 50 is a bit more green to work with, and there's a little bit of an upslope just past that shadow.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's just like where you're landing it. Now,
Right.
if you really get your trajectory correct, like low enough, I think you can land it there and it'll just still get up. But if it pops up a bit in the air, it's going to hit the upslope and just fall low.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? About
yeah.
This is stuff you probably don't normally consider
Yeah,
because you're more
100%.
worried about the strike than,
Yeah, 100%.
than the flight, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, we'll take it. It's better. The little curly divot's a bit of a telltale sign, right? That's you see what I mean? Nothing gets past me, Geoff. But you've just gone a bit this way. And
Yeah.
that's what's just got that sticking in there a little bit.
Okay.
So we've got to. I mean, the great thing about this time of year, it's a good thing and a bad thing, is the ground has suddenly got a little bit softer, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So you know, whereas when it's a bit dry, you really wouldn't notice that.
Okay.
So your technique's got to be a little bit purer this time of year.
So not so much.
Yeah, you've gone back and it's gone, well, it's a little further. I better put a little bit of hinge
Yeah,
in it, and I better
okay.
put, you know, we've got to go the opposite way.
Okay. I've got you.
See, I mean, I dug in a bit there again, didn't it? That'll be the one that, it's fine, and we got ball first, but
That'll be the one that's
that's not far away from a bad one. Okay, so let's work on this. So you set up to it.
Let's move that back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Need to
You
move
drop
that
that back.
Yeah.
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 And I wouldn't teach everyone this, but I think for you, this is your personal move. Okay.
Okay.
This suits you. Okay. Right. Take it back. So yeah, take it back, soon. Take it back. There.
Okay.
Bit more there. Do you feel like you've pushed a
Yeah,
little wider?
I do. Yeah.
I want to take this lever out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah? So you're getting wider there, okay, and then from there, yeah, the arms are attached, nice and in here.
Yeah.
Okay? Not tightly, just positionally in, and then from there, you've got tight again now, haven't you?
Yeah.
You're up to a 6 there. Okay, there we go. And then from there, look, it's going to pass through. And we really want to pass it through and keep your chest moving there.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got you. Yeah.
There you go. There we go.
Yeah.
And now
Got you.
suddenly you see it's the wrong club.
Yeah. No, I've got you.
You see?
Yeah.
But that was technically fantastic.
It's beautiful, Dan. Love that. You say it again a bit louder.
Need a few more yet. You got to word it. You got to word it. Right. Yeah, that's passing through. But you see, you don't normally spin the ball like that.
No, I don't.
So you're seeing that as a 54.
Yeah.
But with your new and improved technique, it's a 50. Same thing with a 50. And we'll see. It'll be the perfect flight now. This is something I see a lot, Geoff, when I'm playing with amateurs, is they're just not predicting what the ball's going to do, right? So I think the biggest skill in short game is to ask yourself, what is my ball going to do if I land it there with that spin and that flight? Whereas most people hit a shot and then they're surprised. They'll say, that stopped quickly. And I'll think, well, it was always going to stop quickly because you pitched into a soft upslope.
Yeah.
So I think just that ability to predict it and think about it. And actually, when I'm playing shots around the green, I see all these like tracer lines. If I land it there, what will it do? Okay. Whereas I think a lot of players just play the shot.
Yeah.
They don't think about it.
Yeah. Well, we don't spend a lot of time on it, do we?
Yeah.
You know, it's a part of the
You
game.
grab a club from 30 yards
Yeah.
away and make it work.
Yeah. Yeah. It's,
Right, same technique. We'll see it's come out a little bit flat, a little bit less spin, and it should just run out. Here we go, same thing. Nice. But check, but look, that's just running out a little bit more. Nearly made it.
it's nice, though, isn't it?
You just had 10% of a hit.
Yeah,
in
it was
that
a little bit, wasn't it?
10% of a hit.
Was a little bit, yeah. I get it.
Drop the foot, soften the elbow, soften the grip pressure, allow the hip to turn, allow the left arm to travel and get some width, get the hands working past your right leg, and then pass it through. That's lovely. That is so good. So you got the check and it's just tried to release a little bit. That was nice.
Yeah. This is great. For
Yeah,
me.
you're happy with that? That's a
Yeah,
big
because
change for
I'm
you.
here.
Yeah.
I was here before.
Yeah.
Nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Nothing, I mean, that's great.
Yeah.
And the grip pressure thing, and well, a lot of it really.
So yeah, I know that wasn't perfect, but look how good that is. You've hit that an inch before the ball,
Yeah.
and it's just rolled out lovely.
Yeah.
Those are actually the shots you should celebrate the most, because that means your technique's improving and changing.
Yeah.
And suddenly you've got a margin for error which you haven't had before. Doesn't take long then for the rewiring to take place, and suddenly you're fine.
Yeah. Mate. Yeah. That's no more. Hopefully no more. No more taking divots before the...
Yeah, good again. Good again. Go through. Look at that. Right through the gap. Break. Stone dead. That's what we want. Little stone dead.
Mate, that's lovely.
Geoff. There we are.
It's lovely.
So do you play much golf then? I mean, obviously everyone knows you from the world trickshot champion, all the shows and everything. But actually, people will ask, you know, you're amazing in terms of like hitting balls, all these tricks. But actually, when you go out and play golf, is that something you've still got aspirations to improve?
It really is now, and probably more so than ever before actually
Yeah.
now, because I've got more time, and I do a lot of my days now are full days. So I may do a show in the morning and then be with them during the day,
Yeah.
then get asked to play during the day.
Yeah.
And it's important that you play decent golf, right?
Yeah,
You've got to be able to
of
play.
course,
You know, they've
absolutely.
seen the show. You want to
Yeah.
be playing decent golf, and I think if I didn't, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
And then you look after them in the evening. So it's a full day for me. So I do get the opportunity now of playing more golf, and I love it. I've got that, and so to get better at it is still there for me. You know, it's really important. The long game's not too bad. You know, as I can get, but it's this stuff here that really can be embarrassing, and look, we all miss greens, but if you've got that confidence to around the green to hit better shots and get it close to give yourself a chance, that then takes pressure off your long shots as well.
Totally.
You know,
so missing greens, you might go for a few pins that might be tucked away. Have a bit of fun going for pins.
yeah, exactly that. But I mean, if you've got confidence now to hit better shots with your short game, then just release the pressure as well. So
And it's
I
such a
love
fun
it.
part of the game, Sean.
Oh,
There's so
yeah.
many different shots. You know, we're just starting here because from here we can leverage off it and start working on different shots. But this movement here for you is going to be for all of your short game,
Yeah.
whether it's pitching, high shots, bunker shots.
Really,
It's
yeah.
a very similar movement all the way through.
Yeah, no.
And I think it'd be great if you can get some confidence here. I mean, what a difference it makes to the game
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
and your enjoyment of it.
Yeah, I mean, and you can, like you say, you can have some real fun with
Yeah.
the guys and girls you're playing with, don't you? I do with the long stuff. So, you know, to come down here and sort of say, let's just take a look at this. It's gonna be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
to
exactly.
be able
Yeah.
to do
Well, I think
that
you
as
get
well.
there. Come on, one more.
Okay,
Let's see if we can hold this.
it's in the bag. It's in the bag.
Again, great release of the club head. Just landed it
A little bit too
yard short.
Yeah.
You've just got into that soft bit. But again, just
More
more
of
of the
that-
difference in the
Yeah,
divot.
I know. It's I should be out this afternoon.
Yeah.
Definitely hitting some balls. Thank you very much.
Good stuff. All right, good work,
Thank
Geoff.
you very much
Brilliant.
indeed. Lovely.